fresh at the Flyboy way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why, just check out the channel. And welcome back to another Jeep Talk. This is Jeep Talk, another Jeep in there. Jeep Talk episode 12. Why do some men feel the need to impress other men? Now, this topic is could get a little spicy, could get a little or wild, and could get a little, overwrought. But I'll try to keep it stable so we can have a nice, calm, collective conversation. And I felt as though, what better time to do this topic other than during Pride Month? I feel as though it fits very well. Why? I'm gonna give some people some time to join the room, but then we're gonna get straight into the topic because I don't want to wait the whole 5 minutes, because who knows how fast we'll try to work. Let me shout you guys out in the room real quick. James, what's going on, bro? Jay Brass, what it up? What it do? Bark, salute. Wow, yo, wild. This topic today, for those that are just coming in the room, is Jeep Talk episode 12. Why do some men feel the need to impress other men? And again, what perfect time to have this conversation aside during Pride Month in the United States. Let's get into the conversation. Big Euro Stepper, what's going on? He said wait at least 5 minutes. Everybody, I know it takes time to get out to everybody, but again, when on the replay, I don't want people feeling like the beginning is just dragging out. I want to get straight into it. So if you missed something, don't worry about it. All right, so here's the thing, yo. This is something that I don't think this is new. But I don't think it's new in the sense of in this generation, in the millennial generation. I don't think this is new. But this has been going on since I was born. So a lot of men are doing stuff to impress other men. And when I say they're doing stuff to impress other men, they may be doing it subconsciously. They might not know that what they're doing is specifically to impress other men because women don't care. For example, let's start with some, I like to start with me personally. So check this out. Everybody knows I got a nice little, a big forehead, and my hairline goes back a little bit, right? Everybody knows that. That's just how it is. And I like to wear hats sometimes, a lot of times, because I like to match. I like to, trick the ladies until the lights come off. But then you'll have like a bunch of guys saying, "Oh my God, you need to go to Turkey and get the hair transplant. You need to go and just shave it all off. You need to go and stop wearing hats because we want to see your hairline." And I go, that's odd. If something works for me when it comes to me trying to get women, why would I change it because another man wants to see me look a way that works for them? I mean, I know a lot of people don't understand why I don't ever understand it, but I look at it like, wait a minute. So you're telling me that if what I'm doing works for me to get women, and I don't have a problem getting women in the States, internationally, anywhere I go, I should change how I look, go spend money on a hair transplant or tattoo so that I can garner the attention of other men or acceptance? Dog, what world do we live in that this is an actual good thing to do? Let's keep it going. I buy sneakers from China because economically it makes sense. I buy shirts from China too. Economically, it makes sense. Now, the sneakers I buy costs about $62 shipped. The same sneaker in the stores that some other men buy costs $200 to $400. And there'll be a lot of men who says that doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? But let's break it down. Let's bring it back, y'all. The only people that are checking to see the difference in the sneakers that I get from China and the ones that they get from Foot Locker are other men. Follow me, y'all. Come on. I'm preaching here. Hey, if I'm lying, I'm flying. When have you ever noticed? I've never noticed, but when have you ever noticed a woman checking the details of where you brought your sneakers from? Never in my life have I ever seen this happen. So guys are not buying the sneakers to go and say, oh, I'm buying the sneakers because I like them. No. I'm buying the sneakers because they serve the purpose they do. No. Because guys ain't balling in some $200 sneakers. I can stop that right now. Guys are not playing basketball in some $200 Jordans. They're not playing basketball in some $400 Off-Whites. They're not playing basketball in some $600, $1,000 Gucci sneakers. They're not. So stop that. Stop that with the use and the peeling and the quality. Quality and price do not interchange. Quality is different from cost. It's different. You know who is checking for all these details? Other men. Other men are checking for these details. Now, okay, you gotta realize, I'm gonna shout some more people out. I live in New Jersey. I've traveled all over the United States. I've been to Los Angeles. I've been to DC. I've been to North Carolina, South Carolina, Atlanta, Florida, Houston, Oakland, San Francisco. I've been to all these places. And I've never seen a woman come up to me and say, oh my God, these don't have a little arch that the ones that you get from Foot Locker have, and this is not the same color, and this curve isn't it? No, you know who does that? Men. So I gotta go. Well, welcome to Jeep Talk episode 12. Why do some men feel the need to impress other men? Now, some people will say, well, you do YouTube, you inspire people, and that's the same thing, inspiring and impressing. Okay, let's say it's similar, but it's not the same. But what I do on YouTube is I tell my story. Now, there are some men, like just the other day, I'm not going to mention any names, I had a guy say, yo, I don't understand why all you guys sweat the women that Flyboy have on his page. They're all so trash. They're so unattractive. I'm at the point where I'm thinking that dudes, a lot of guys, not the majority, but a lot of guys don't date women that they like. Especially on YouTube, especially on the internet. A lot of guys don't date women that they like, attracted to, that treat them well. A lot of guys date women that they think other guys are going to like. We cooking today. To impress other men. Did I get too deep there? Pause. Did I get too deep there, y'all? Pause. A lot of guys date the woman or go after the woman or put the woman on their channel specifically because they think other guys will approve of the woman. They might not even be interested in women. I don't want to go down. I don't want to go down that fight. It's Pride Month. I don't want to go down that route. It's Pride Month. I don't want to go down that route, y'all. Hold on now. Hold on. You ain't gonna get me banned on Pride Month. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. A lot of guys don't even go after the women because they're truly interested, or they have a, what do they say? They have a deep passion, or I forgot what that word, how they say it, a deep ingrown passion. A lot of guys don't go after the women for that. They go after the women because they think in their head other dudes will approve of them when they're walking down the street with them. Other dudes will approve of them when they see them on their channel. Other dudes would approve of them when they see them posted up to the next to Instagram. Why y'all think so many artists, so many rappers, so many singers, so many celebrities date the same women? Do y'all think they date the same women because there's just no access to any other woman? Come on, y'all. Let's be real here, y'all. Men are not dating the same women in hip-hop. Men are not dating the same women in celebrities. Men are not dating the same women in these circles because there's not enough women. They're dating the same woman because that woman has already got approval from other men. That's why they're dating the same woman, because that woman has got approval from other men, and they want that approval from other men to say, I'm down with the group. I never grew up that way. Am I going to say maybe it's a homosexual thing? No, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say maybe it's a lack of self-confidence, maybe, that they need the approval of other men to move how they want in their life. I won't just go to saying, oh, they want the approval of other men because they like other men. I'm not going to just go there. I'll say it's because, and I'm going to get y'all comments, like I said, I'm going to take it to the red light. I'm going to say it's because they need, a lot of men feel they need the approval of other men to validate who they are. It's deep, y'all. It's deep. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just telling you how it is, how I think it is. A lot of men don't feel validated unless other men are impressed by them, are attracted to them, are are envious of them. Men don't feel validated. And I finally got to the red light, so we're gonna get your comments, all right? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I'm lying, I'm flying. Let me see. Who coming in the room for this thing? Let's see. I'm trying to get. I got Big Euro Stepper. Oh no, that's y'all been cooking in this chat. My fault. I that. Black, damn. Big Euro Stepper says you wear your hat like a lace front. Yeah, see. Black. Order Chaos. What's going on? Bars. The Big Euro Stepper says that's my beef with YouTube as well as many men. They're worried about what other men are doing. To be honest, again, are they worried about what other men are doing because they want to make sure that they're validated by their actions so they're not doing something different? Or are they worried about what other men are doing simply because they're envious of the guy? Now, those could be two different, those could be actually the same thing, but it could be two different things also. If a guy is envious of another man, it could be because they feel like that other man gets validation from other men. Versus, you know, that could be a thing. Black, what's going on? Majik, what's going on? Nah, that's out. Jeremy, it's weird sometimes, but again, I accept everybody for who they are. This is Pride Month. I accept everybody for who they are. Just because it's not for me doesn't mean it's not meant to be. So, or it doesn't mean it shouldn't be. Jay Brash, China. What's going on, Black? In the streets with Keith. Flyboy been trying to justify his China purchases all year. See, that's the thing that I'm telling you. A lot of guys feel like they have to justify stuff because they want the validation of other men. For me, I just like telling how I feel so that other people can have an understanding of how my brain works. So I think if the difference is this, if you have just talking about, we're trying to keep it on sneakers for this part. If you have a pair of sneakers and I have a pair of sneakers, and we both can go to the store and buy the same pair of sneakers, and you choose to buy the more expensive sneakers because the other men validate their more expensive sneakers, and they're the same quality, it's hard to say that that's not because you're trying to get the acceptance of other men. It's hard to say that, like, because the only other difference is the price. Jeremy says facts. Jay Brass agreed. I could care less about sneakers as long as they're comfortable. In the streets with Keith says girls are sneakerheads more than ever now. I've never experienced that. And of course, again, I told you guys, I've been around the United States. It's gonna get a little choppy now because I'm going between the mountain. But I've never experienced that. And I live in the United States and I've traveled to the United States. I've been to DC, didn't have that issue. I've been to Atlanta, I didn't have the issue. I've been to LA, I just came back from LA with the Bel Airs. I didn't have that issue as I was stepping out of a rented Corvette. So again, I don't think that is for everyone. Maybe I am just an anomaly. I doubt it. But nah, definitely not. Big Euro said, I know women who will do that. I don't know many. It's not the majority, it's a slight few. And those women might be sneakerheads. And even at that point, really, I don't know, maybe because I don't date sneakerhead women. There's nothing wrong with it. But maybe because I don't date sneakerhead women, they're not like, oh, you got them from China because this and this and this and this. I don't know. Most of the women I date wear heels. Let me see. Nelly, what's going on? England in the house. Cheerio. Your 5 says it's a fact. Oh, you cooking? Thanks, man. I'm cooking today, man. What country are you in now? I'm in the United States, man. Most of the time, people don't know. Like, my son stays with me while he's in school. So during the year, when you guys see me traveling, even though this year I've been traveling like every other month, I've been traveling a lot this year, even though I've been going to the same place, or similar places. Most of the time, my son live with me. So during the week, you'll see me going back and forth to work. But during the summertime, he goes to his mother's house. So I have more time to travel for longer. I can do stuff like that. But yeah. Jay Brad said that's wild about the women, but I'm not surprised. Listen, man, it is what it is. I'm going through the mountains, so I want to read y'all comments. I'm gonna just talk for a little bit and now get back to your comments so I don't miss anybody's comment. Again, y'all, I think that I understand marketing, y'all. Come on, let me not say I don't understand marketing. I do understand marketing. I understand that when you're trying to market to a person, you do want to get the quality of people if you're trying to market. Sometimes that being but if you are secure in who you are, you can market anything to anybody and they'll buy it. I can show you the most unattractive woman in Colombia, in Brazil, and show you us having fun together. And people don't understand. It's gonna go back out. It's gonna go out and in, y'all. Pause. Happy Pride Month, y'all. Listen, if you want a woman to be on video, and you want the top woman to be on video, she may ask for a lot of money, or she may say, I don't want to be on video. So when a lot of people say, yo, Flyboy has all trash women in his video, first I have to ask, hey, are you trying to put videos up of women that impress other people? Okay, maybe you're trying to market that way. Let's say I give you that credit to say that you're trying to market by getting the best looking women. Well, then you are not picking women based on how they treat you, but rather how they look, and that's cool. But if your life, if what you're doing on YouTube is just trying to make money, instead of just showing, instead of telling your story, then you can't compare that to somebody who's telling their story, because what you're doing is trying to show a life that's not truly yours. And there's nothing wrong with that. Please don't take me to say there's anything wrong with that. Don't take me as this saying there's anything wrong with doing that on YouTube. There's nothing wrong. I think all stories need to be told, even if it's a story that's not yours. But when you see me with the women on YouTube, you know what I'm doing? We're having a great time. We're having fun. You see them smiling. I used to and I still watch. Shout out to KBS. I just watched KBS Cartagena video. Definitely some beautiful women in there. But when I was growing up, right? When I was doing it, of course, when I was doing YouTube, there wasn't nobody else doing YouTube. You guys can ask me any questions you want. I just wanted to get that first part off my chest so we can get that out. Any question you guys want to ask me, I'll get to it. When I started doing YouTube, I was just telling my story and doing that stuff. But then what I started to see is a trend. I started to see a trend, and it's not a bad thing, it's not a good thing. I started seeing the trend of men or people showing women and not interacting with them. A lot of people believe that when you, and most people who do YouTube content, they believe it's as easy to record a beautiful woman when you're not interacting with them than when you're interacting with them. It's not the same thing. It's by far not the same thing. So you'll hear a lot of people talking about 2,000 women, over 2,000. There's nobody that's nowhere near close that I'm interacting with. You're not going to get, now I'll say, you're not going to get the same quality of women, no matter how you look, no matter how much money you spend, no matter how famous you are. Well, maybe not famous you are. Maybe not, actually. You're not going to get the same high, what people consider high quality of women on your YouTube channel, especially if you have a lot of following. You know why? Because every woman from other countries and even from the States doesn't want to be on the channel. Now, if I went around doing this question game, which is nothing wrong with, like, hey, how many guys have you had sex with? Would you sleep with this guy? If I went around doing that, the genuine interaction to see how women are, and you know, this channel is about being, you know, more real. I can read the comments. Jay Brad says that's wild about the women, but I'm not surprised. Baby Don, what up, man? Okay, which country? DGK, you got something in your teeth, my dude? I probably do. See, bear with me, y'all. I finished eating. Whatever. Forget me now. What's up? Love life because death follows. That's a dope line. That's a dope line. I am legend. Let me see. Why everybody want to have these type of conversations? Let men be men. Let women be women. We all different or have past trauma. I think these conversations are needed. Of course, if you base your channel all around these one type of conversations, that's one thing. But I think these conversations are needed. He says it's about healing. I don't know. Look, I don't know Lucari. I don't think I know Lucari. C-Man, man, just go bald. You see, this is what I mean. Nothing wrong with it. No, again, when I feel like I want to cut my hair, I will cut my hair. It's not a thing that I think that men have, oh my God, this might be right. It's shout out to Pride Month, it's Pride Month. I think the men that say things like, why don't you just go bald, or why don't you just cut it off, or why don't you go get a hair transplant? I think they have some desire. Let me watch my words, y'all. I think those men have a desire to see all men a certain way, as a certain look. Because let me tell you why I said that. Because if we went down this conversation road, let's see how this turned off. If he says, hey, I would ask C-Man, hey, C-Man, I have a question. And if is then we understand the issue. No, we don't have an issue. It's Pride Month. We don't have an issue. Then we understand the issue. If you say, why don't I just go bald, or why don't I just go to Turkey to get my hair done, transplant, and I say, hey, if I do that, how would that make me look? And you say it will make you look better, man. Hey, Hey. I just got my passport. What South American country should I visit? Wavy, I would say if you just got your passport, I would say do what I would say do what I did. Go to the Dominican Republic first. The reason why I say go to the Dominican Republic first, specifically Sosua, or Punta Cana, I would say more like Sosua though, is because when you're trying something new, you don't want to just jump from 0 to 100. Because then when you try to backtrack to see other stuff, it won't feel the same. The trip, when you try to backtrack, you go to Cartagena. If Cartagena is your first trip, if Cartagena, Colombia is your first trip internationally, when it comes to women, when you start going other places, you're going to have a rough time trying to get that same first feeling. So I would say go to Sosua first and get the camaraderie there, and then move on to Costa Rica, then maybe move on to Colombia. I didn't bring in a drink this time, yo. Crazy. Lee, what's going on? Hi, mate. CME Hustle, what's going on? If you guys are just joining the room, welcome to Jeep Talk episode 12. Why do some men feel the need to impress other men? Big Euro Stepper. At a point, it don't matter what chick you put up. Someone's going to say something about it. Again, yes, that is true. That is true. But when someone says something once, it's understandable. I think that's why I don't ever delete comments, because I think that critique is needed. But when you continue to say it over and over again, it's a belief that you have. And then rather than discussing or saying somebody's a hater and blocking them like a lot of other channels would, I try to dig deep, pause, into the belief of what is your belief that is causing you to believe that this is the way that you should react, or this is the way that and that deep rooted belief usually is the desire for a man to impress another man. And I think once people see that, I think they can finally change how they think, or they can change how they react, because they'll say, hey, why am I reacting this way? And then they realize I'm reacting this way because I want to see this guy the way I think this guy should look. Or I want to see this guy with the type of female that I think this guy should be with. And then I think that would change when they start really thinking like that. CME Hustle says, my dad used to say, don't worry about what these ninjas doing out there. Worry about you. But dudes who wasn't raised by men don't get that. I have okay, so I understand what CME says doesn't have truth to it. I think it does have a lot of truth to it. Me personally, I wasn't raised by my father. My father wasn't there. But I had my grandfather and I had uncles. So I was still raised by men who were able to show me that show me what you're saying. Now, I don't know. I was also raised by my mother most of the time too. So I don't know if there's no women that can show that. So let me not say that. But I do think what you're saying has a lot of truth to it. It does have a lot of truth to it. Ninjas raised by women going to look to impress another man. If you think about it, man, it's tough. I don't want to speak on that, because I wasn't, even though I was raised by mostly women, because I had my mother, my two grandmothers, my two aunts. I was raised by mostly women. Because I wasn't just raised by women, I don't want to have the perspective of trying to assume that that's how all of them are raised. So I don't know. That's a tough comment, man. Clayway TV, what's going on? What up? Foundy, 2 flags with no country. Oh, that's crazy. Wavy, just got my passport. What countries do you recommend? Oh, hopefully oh wait, no, that's a different question. What up? I just got my passport. What countries do you recommend going to have fun and building a business? I think until you understand what countries you like yourself personally, then don't be concerned with building a business in those countries. I didn't decide to finally lock down buying a condo in Colombia until I had been to Colombia 7 times. Until I had been to 16 other countries, 17 other countries. Because the thing is this, a lot of people are just traveling right now for entertainment, and that's fun. Or they're traveling for escape, to escape the reality they live in the States, or some of them are traveling for love. But the issue is this. Eventually you gotta come to a point where you're traveling to learn your options. Maybe all of those are part of your options, but you want to know how you once you get to enough countries. And I think you only need to go to 5 countries to start this process. Once you get to about 5 or 6 countries, I feel as though you should start looking to see how can I incorporate this. How can I find a country I want to incorporate in my life that I'm going to stay? Because otherwise you're just wasting money. We're not wasting money. Otherwise, you're just using money for temporary pleasure. And there's nothing wrong with that. But after a certain time, you want a long-term plan. A long-term plan to me is not, just my opinion, y'all, my opinion. A long-term plan to me is not just showing a bunch of people different countries. You know why? Because that's the same as men trying to impress other men. Yo, I've been to every single country in the world. Okay, but you were only there for 2. You were only there for 2 days. You was only there for a day. You didn't get to intertwine with the people. You don't know how that country really is. You only know how it looks, and you can say you've been there. You only got your passport stamped in that place. So, I would say, I think long term, and on the long term thinking, you want to figure out what country works for you before you try to think about building a business in that country. Don't try to look for fun and business at the same time. Look for fun, and when fun gets dull and it turns into I can live here, then consider starting a business. Hey, seeing me, I am. I'm almost at the job now. Y'all. I only look when I'm at a red light. I'm only looking when I'm at a red light. Let me see. Jeremy says, just get the man weave. Again, y'all. I think if it didn't work, would I be more if my hairline didn't work for me, would I be more suggestive or open to suggestions if it didn't work for me? Maybe I would. I don't know. But if it works for me, let me see. I'm gonna get y'all questions when we get to stop. We got some time. We got to work really early. So I'm gonna have some time to get to your comments, and after we get to your comments, we'll end the live. But again, if you're just walking in the room, if you're just waking up, welcome to Jeep Talk episode 12. Why do some men feel the need to impress other men when it comes to the women they pick, when it comes to the lifestyle they live, when it comes to the type of clothes they wear, when it comes to the places they go, when it comes to the things they do, how they record their YouTube channels, how they live their lives? Why do some men feel the need, it's a necessity to please other men? Hey, see what up, is? Yo. Yo, Paulie. I'll pull up real quick. We'll have a nice little conversation before we get on the road. Woo, go step. All right, y'all. Get to your comments and we head out. Everybody leaving. Best friend ever. What's going on? Salute. I'm delivering beer in DC. I feel you. G Booker, what up? Good morning. Andre Gordon, what's up, bro? What's going on? Wavy, thank you for answering my question. You got it, man. Pay, what up? Facts, what up, man? Joseph, you stole my bike. Pay. In DR, getting an apartment today. Looking for land or houses soon. It's my 7th time here. You see, like this brother Pay is doing. He's found a place, and every place is not every place. One thing I dislike that YouTube content creators sometimes do is they go to one place and they say, this is everything. This country is better than this country. You guys should come here. Rather than saying, hey, this country works for me right now. Emphasis on right now. And then they go to another country and they say, oh, forget that country. Come to this country. This country better. And then something goes wrong there and they move to another country. And they say, forget those two countries. This country is better. Everyone's going to find a different country that works for them better. So if I tell you that Colombia works for me, it doesn't mean that Thailand can't work for you. It doesn't mean that the DR can't work for you. It just means that when I traveled and the things I like, it works for me. And it might only work for me now. It may be in a future time where it doesn't work for me. But I think I vetted the different states in Colombia long enough to say, hey, this works for me. Let me see. Leave the United, just like people say leave the United States. The United States works for me too. Having options to me matter most, so that I can go back to the United States. I always feel as though you need to always have a place to go back to, because there's a lot of brothers that get up, and I just watched. Shout out to Sunshine Shoulders. I think he's in the Philippines. Occasionally, I catch some of his speaking videos, and he said, I caught one yesterday where he said it was a person that just sold everything they had. They told their boss, F you, I'm quitting. And they sold everything and they moved it to Philippines. And it didn't work out. And they had no house to go back to. They had no job to go back to. They had nothing to come back to in the States. It was like they were starting all over again. I think this is the biggest mistake that people can make. And it doesn't just mean in the Philippines. I mean anywhere in the world. When you, as a United States citizen, which is the #1 economy in the world, the #1 military in the world right now, as of 2024, when you leave and take everything and leave no foothold in the United States, and you force yourself to say, I got to make it here. If things go bad and you got to return back home, it's going to be 10 times harder to start all over again. Can you? Yes. But what are you going to live homeless? Not everyone has somebody they can live with for a little bit. Not everyone has a job they can go right back to. So there's a lot of people who I think are making what I would consider a bad decision by selling everything and moving to another country and having no foothold in the States. But again, to each his own. Travel shortcuts. I enjoyed your previous segment. Everyone can't go with you. It's true. But I also missed your earlier collabs with King James. You guys make a great team. Me and King James, we literally just was in Medellin last month. No, my fault. Not in May. Yeah. It's May, right? Yeah. No, May. May I was in Barranquilla. And me and King James, we was just in Medellin in April. Like we just went to Medellin and that, and then we're going to Cali in July. So we definitely still got it. Got the collabs. Wavy facts. Pac, what's going on? 100. My man got great insight. Appreciate it, Pepe. James, bro, go ball. You're in. Rodrigo, what's going on? Mr. Young OG. Men and women do the same thing. I think so also. Like, honestly, I've seen women who worry about and I can't speak for women, because I don't speak too much for women because I'm not a woman. But I've seen women who got the guy they wanted in an outfit from Shein, and I've seen women who got a guy they wanted who didn't get the guy they wanted in red bottoms. So I guess it's the same for women also, but I can only speak on men. Salute to you. Most recent snacks. She had real buns. You guys see the live version. Now the live version is shot vertically. The live version is shot vertically, kind of like this right here. But I do have the horizontal version coming out probably next week. This week I have videos coming out from the drone videos. I'm watching from the Philippines. How's your day? What's going on, Rodrigo? Day's going pretty well. Hope your day's going well in the Philippines too. It's nighttime over there, right? I know it's like a 12-hour difference or something like that, I think. Validation is a drug, Andre. 100% it is. It is a drug. Validation is a drug. But eventually, I think you gotta, if you can't not take it, you gotta minimize it, because too much of anything it'll kill you. Um, Pay. I feel like that need comes from social media and how it's embedded in society. But the thing is this, yo, guys are not going to women pages, and saying, I need to buy the new car so I can get her. Guys are going to other guys' pages and like, yo, this guy got the new Tesla truck. He got chicks next to him. I need to get the new Tesla truck. Because if I get the new Tesla truck, I'll be just like him. Validation. Do I like Jug Quinn? I don't know who that is. I don't know what that is. Yo, England in the house, salute. What's going on, Nelly? I'm not sure what Jekyllin is. Oh, but if you keep doing that, I'm gonna have to send you to the back room. Facts though. Wavy, how do you strategize in booking your plane, hotel, and stays? All right. So for me, and I got some time. Let me see how much time I got. I got like 9 minutes. All right. So for me, the first thing I do when I'm ever going somewhere is I'm checking Google Flights. Google Flights always has the best price for me that I think of. Here's the thing. When you check Google Flights, you have to be ready to pay. Because the more and more I feel as though the more and more you check Google Flights, the higher and higher your price will get. If you check it from different devices, you'll get two different prices. This is my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's how I feel. You'll get two different prices. If you clear the cookies on your computer, you'll get two different prices. So what I do is I look on my phone, and I'll look to see what place I want. Once I find a price that's reasonable for me, I immediately go to my computer and I pay on my computer for that price, for that thing. Sometimes the price drops, sometimes I get the exact same price. It's rare that it ever jumps up. So that's the first thing I do. Secondly, the second thing I do is I book the Airbnb. So remember, y'all, the first thing I do is I book the flight. The second thing I do is book the Airbnb, because the two most important things is to make sure you have a flight so you can get there and get back round trip, and make sure you have a place to stay. After that, I figure out how much money I need to bring, and then after I figure out how much money I need to bring, I start planning out if I want to do activities and stuff. That's just how I set up all my trips. It's repetitive. Like once you do it once, it becomes a pattern. And once you do it 3 times, it becomes a pattern. Sunshine Soda content is straight. No, I like Sunshine Soda. I mean, I understand. For me, shout out to Sunshine. I don't want to talk too deep because I don't want anybody to take this as a kind of way. I think all perspectives are needed. I think Sunshine Sodas has a more strict perspective than I have. But again, I think that all perspectives are needed, and I think you can gain knowledge and information from everybody, even the people that you don't agree with. You can gain information from it. And that last video is something I pointed out, something I agree with. Let me see. The nitty gritty, right? G Brass. Mr. Young, I did a lot of research before moving to Colombia. I visited over 10 times before making the move. Exactly, Young OG. Exactly. I think that's what a lot of people are starting to realize they have to do, because in the beginning, a lot of people would just move into some place and they'd be like, oh my God, this is so much better than the United States. I want to drop everything and move here. But you got to think long term. It's Don. What's going on? Good advice, bro. I'm a truck driver trying to switch over to it. Trying to switch over to IT. Want to get a duplex or something within the next year or two. That's cool. I think that it is going to be, and I think Sunshine Soda's mentioned this too. But I'm always about finances and financial freedom. It is important, if you're going to move out of the United States, whether you're just going there temporary, long term, that you have some kind of reoccurring income. That is very important, because the thing is that if you're banking on just a large amount of money that's going to keep going down and that lasting your whole life, I wouldn't take that chance. But if you have a large amount of money and you can put it somewhere and you can make money off of that, interest off of that, without taking out of the principal, then I would say yes, try to live overseas, because your money will go further. Um, Travel Shortcuts, what's going on, yo? Oh, nice. I didn't know. Um, okay, okay. The Philippines is beautiful. So are the people. Manila, Cebu, El Negro, what's that? Cebu City. What's the other one too? There's another one. Yeah. I think eventually, as I get older, I might check out the Philippines and you know. James says it's 5:20 in California. I'm gonna be off work soon. The real grind starts. Big facts. Oh, this will probably be another conversation I have because I don't want to go too deep in this conversation. It's important to have a job because a job can give you consistency, but it's even more important to have your own career or your own investment or your own business rather, because that is what will give you financial freedom. We'll have that conversation on another deep talk. Yes, I always choose Airbnb over hotels because hotels don't give you the freedom that Airbnbs give you to move around the way you want to move around. And plus, to me, hotels, they're not as nice looking either. NP, what's going on? Not made shit. Hi, I'm from Australia. Sending you better. Shout out to Australia, man. I wanted to get down there to Melbourne. I got a friend she's a stewardess, a flight attendant rather, for airlines, major airlines, and I wanted to get down there, but then the pandemic happened, so I gotta readjust stuff to see when I want to get down there, maybe when I get older. Last couple questions. No cap, I didn't make. Okay. Do you think I should wait longer to drop a large down payment or do the PMI and drop the 3.5% down? I would say it's all based on what you can afford. If you can afford it, and I mean afford it without struggling. If you can afford it, get a house right now. Get a house right now. No, there's no better time to buy than right now that you can guarantee if you can afford it. Now, if you can't afford it, or you got to struggle to get it, you know. But I always believe in only buy a house if you can make money off of it. If you can't rent out the rooms in the one family and you can live in the basement, or if you can't rent out the two family and live in the attic, I wouldn't even say buy the house. Oh, shout out to Melbourne, mate. Rashad, what's going on, bro? How you stay safe in Colombia? Did I miss anybody? Hold up, my fault. I did. Mr. Young says, I didn't make my move until I had 100K in cash in my investment. Big facts, big facts. Rashad, bro, how you stay safe in Colombia? The most important thing, and the thing that everybody that gets scoped in Colombia, every single person that gets scoped, I don't know not one person who got scoped that didn't do this. Every person who got scoped or who got robbed or whose spot got messed up, every single person, I got how much time? I got like 2 minutes. Every single person didn't have the proper security at their place. So if you want to stay safe in anywhere in Colombia, the most important thing is stay at an Airbnb or a hotel with proper security. Proper security meaning they take the ID, or they take a copy of ID. Proper security as in they're there 24/7. Proper security as in the place they got in the hallways they got cameras. Proper security. I've never seen anyone who got robbed or scoped in Colombia that had proper security. And if they did, it's a rare occasion. Like that woman that jumped out the window or jumped off the balcony. And she still got caught. Mr. Beast, when's the album dropping? What album? Jay Brass, credit unions have loan programs with no PMI, yeah, but it can get a little more difficult with dealing with credit unions, and plus you got a back history with them. Pluto, what's going on? Pocket Belly, what's going on? All right, y'all. I appreciate everybody joining the live. This has been another Jeep Talks episode 12. Why do some men feel the need to impress other men? And I felt as though we got the main points off topic. I'm gonna go in here and start the work day. Young OG, take your time looking for women in Colombia. Don't be too thirsty. Yes. So again, I appreciate you guys' time. It's your boy FRE $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel. And this has been another Jeep Talks episode 12. Happy Pride Month, everybody. But why do some men feel the need to impress other men?